Welcome back to Master the Chaos. Today we're looking at Lesson 7, Refrigerators and the Mischievous Maxwell's Demon. In our previous lessons, we learned that heat naturally flows from hot to cold. It's the universe's way of evening things out. But how do we reverse it? According to the second law, heat moving from a cold object to a warm one is forbidden. At least it won't happen on its own. It's like trying to make water flow uphill. To move heat against the grain, we need a loophole. And that loophole is work. By putting energy in, we can trick nature into moving heat backwards. A refrigerator is essentially a heat pump. It doesn't actually create cold. It just extracts heat from the inside and dumps it outside into your kitchen. The secret sauce is the refrigerant, a special fluid that boils at very low temperatures. By changing its pressure, we control when it absorbs or releases heat. Inside the fridge, the liquid refrigerant evaporates into a gas. This phase change absorbs latent heat from your groceries, cooling the interior down. But now we have a warm gas. To reset the cycle, we use a compressor. This is where the work happens. Energy from your wall outlet squishes that gas. When you compress a gas, its temperature skyrockets. Now the gas is much hotter than the air in your kitchen, so it can finally dump its heat outside. That's why the back of your fridge feels warm. The gas condenses back into a liquid, releases the heat it stole from your milk, and is ready to go again. So, we preserve order inside the fridge by creating even more chaos or entropy outside in the kitchen. The second law remains undefeated, or does it? In 1867, James Clerk Maxwell proposed a thought experiment that seemed to break the second law without doing any work. He called it his demon. Imagine a box of gas divided by a wall with a tiny door. A tiny, intelligent being, the demon, guards that door, watching every molecule. When a fast molecule approaches from the left, the demon opens the door. When a slow one approaches from the right, he opens it again. Otherwise, it stays shut. Over time, the demon sorts the gas. One side becomes hot and the other becomes cold, decreasing entropy without performing any mechanical work. For decades, this was a nightmare for physicists. If a being could sort molecules just by knowing their speeds, the second law would be toast. The solution came from information theory. To sort the molecules, the demon must observe them and store that information in its memory. As Leo Szilard and Rolf Landauer later proved, erasing that information to make room for new observations actually generates heat and increases entropy. This is Landauer's principle. The physical act of forgetting or clearing data is what pays the entropy debt. The demon's brain heats up the universe. So, whether it's your kitchen fridge or a molecular demon, the second law always gets its cut. You can't get something for nothing in thermodynamics. Today we saw how work and information are the tools we use to fight chaos. But even then, the universe demands a tax in the form of entropy. In our next lesson, we'll dive deeper into the connection between physics and data as we explore entropy and information theory. Join us for Lesson 8, Physics Meets Data. We'll see how a messy room is surprisingly similar to a compressed computer file. Thanks for watching Master the Chaos. Don't forget to subscribe to James's Physics 101 and check out the full playlist. See you in the next lesson.